President, under Section 63 of Republic Act 8551 or the Philippine National Police Reform and Reorganization Act of 1998, city and municipal mayors have the authority to choose the chief of police from a list of five nominees, no?
5 for chief of police, 3 for provincial director.
Recommended by the provincial director, preferably from the same province, city, or municipality. Are we revising the setup in the proposed bill, Mr. President? Dahil alam naman natin na lalong-lalo na sa mga syudad, sa mga probinsya, at alam mo yun, Mr. Sponsor, na pag ayaw ng mayor, ayaw ng governor, at ayaw ng chief of police o ayaw ng PD, ayaw niya ng kalokohan dito, ayaw niya ng krimen dito, nagkasundo yung chief executive at saka yung police, ay talaga masusugpo yung krimen, nare-resolba yung krimen, susugpuin yung droga, lahat ng sindikato. Pag nagkasundo yung dalawa, importante, tandem yung dalawa. Dahil yung support, hindi naman sufficiente yung support lang ng PNP, no, sa kanilang pag-operate. At alam niyo po yun na importante yung support ng LGUs, ng local government, at dapat magkasundo yung dalawang yon, magkasundo sa trabaho, hindi sa kalokohan. Hindi sa kalokohan. Dapat magkasundo sila sa trabaho. Pag nagkasundo ito, may resulta talaga at makikinabang po ang taong bayan, lalong-lalo na po yung peace and order.
Yes, Mr. President, I agree. I agree.
So, sa batas na nito, ganun pa rin po ba sila ang pipili?
Well, sa batas, dito sa ating proposed, Mr. President, it was removed, yung authority na yan. But, then again, I was convinced by our colleagues that ibalik yun.
So,
because totoo rin naman, hindi naman lahat ng mayor si Raulo, hindi naman lahat ng provincial director, mga provincial governor, mga sindikato, kukunti lang yun. So, bakit natin dadamay ang mga mabubuting local chief executive doon sa mga ginagawa ng mga si Raulo? Anyway, meron naman tayong provision sa batas na the NAPOLCOM can recall the deputization of that local chief executive anytime. Makita ng NAPOLCOM na nag-abuso yung local chief executive, pwede ma-recall. So, wala na siyang control sa police. Pero, kaya nga, later on in the period of amendments, I will amend this, my own proposal, Mr. President.
Na dapat ang LGU o local chief executive ang pumili.
Yes,
ng
Mr. President.
Chief of police or ng PD.
Yes, because Senator Gatchalian is smiling. We are getting his approval because he had been city mayor of Valenzuela for a long time, and alam niya kung gaano ka-importante yung may kontrolado ng local chief executive yung chief of police niya. So
klaro,
I agree.
Klaro yung position natin dyan, Mr. President.
Mr. President, very quickly.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Mr.
Yes,
President,
please proceed.
I always believe that peace and order is a shared responsibility between the local government units and the PNP. In fact, in many cases that I've seen with the LGUs are the ones giving support to our local local PNP in terms of logistics, communication, gasoline. So I think it's a good way of putting dual responsibility or shared responsibilities to the two highest local officials, which is the chief PNP and also the local chief executive. So that my 2 cents worth, Mr. President.
Correct, Mr. President. I agree with you. I've been the chief of police. I've been the city director of Davao City for a very long time, and I know how the local chief executive supports the Davao City Police. Kaya hindi po pwedeng tanggalin natin yung responsibility ng being the chairman of the local Peace and Order Council, yung sitting mayor or the sitting provincial sitting provincial governor ay malaking bagay po yan kung hawak na yung police, Mr. President.
Totoo yun, Mr. President, no, marami pa ring mga munisipyo. Remember, there are more than 1,400 municipalities. I'm sure siguro yung iba dyan, walang sariling mga mobile vehicles, yung mga police natin doon. Usually, nagbibigay talaga ng suporta yung LGUs, binibigyan nila ng sasakyan yung mga station lahat, no? Tulad sa Davao, binibigyan nila ng tigdadalawa. Baka kailangan talaga yung suporta ng LGU sa ating kapulisan.
Yes, Mr. President. And
thank you.
hindi pwede mawala yan. Hindi pwede mawala.
Let me repeat, Mr. President, good sponsor, suportado ko po ang batas na ito. Basta po mapapabuti ang organisasyon ng PNP at wala pong low moral dito. At kung ano po yung matatanggap ng gustong mag-retire ng at the age of 56 ay dapat pareha po sa matatanggap ng at the age of 57. At dapat po ay ma-address na rin po yung issue about MUP pension para magkaroon rin po sila ng peace of mind na dapat po ay masigurado na hindi po apektado yung mga retired at saka yung mga active uniform personnel natin. At ako naman mismo, Mr. Sponsor, it is where I am coming from na dinoble nga po natin noong 2018 yung sweldo ng uniform personnel natin, and then biglang babawiin. No? Ayaw natin ng ganon, ayaw natin ng bigay-bawi dahil yung iba dyan sa ating uniform personnel, pinagplanuhan na nila yan, yung iba naka-loan na yan, yung iba pinaglaanan na po nila ang kanilang sweldo, yung iba take-home pay niyan, 5,000 na lang po, nakaplano na po yan sa kanilang mga pamilya. Mabigat po yun. So, dapat po hindi malalayo. Ang ibig ko sabihin, sana mapabilis po ito. Full support po ako dito sa yung panukalang batas. At the same time, yung in-sponsor po ni Senator Jingo Estrada na wag pong maapektuhan ang mga active at mga retired uniform personnel. Maraming salamat, Mr. President. I want to manifest my intent, no, to be co-author of this measure, no, pagkatapos nating siguro maybe after the period of amendments, Mr. President. Thank you po.
Yes, Mr. President, I'm honored to accept your proposal to become co-author and also co-sponsor, Mr. President. I am accepting it.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.